right now, Wes and Mike TZ coming all strong.
And we are live.
Yes.
Hola, bonjour, ¿cómo estás?
Okay. Oh shit. There we go.
Oh, child, here he go.
Oh, shut up, shit.
Clicking the buttons.
I am the button master.
Here he go. I am running, huh? What to do? Hey, y'all. We got 3 people on already. Cool. So I know we're a little late. We're like 4 minutes late, but whatever. Y'all cool. We color folks. You know, we ain't there a long time. So
Unacceptable.
this week, well, you know me, I'm always late. So this week we are kind of blurting out a little bit on Star Trek. So I don't see any comments coming up. Nope, there they go. Hey Hannah, hey Brian, of course. Come on in. So this week we're going to be talking about Star Trek, which is random, I know. But it turns out that all 3 of us are fans of Star Trek, which I don't think y'all may have known this. You 2 may have known this, but I didn't know this until I came up there last year. I was gonna say last year to visit, and we all got super excited because a new episode of, was it Discovery?
I think so.
Yeah.
I forgot about it.
Yeah, I was like, oh, these niggas like Star Trek like I do. I thought I was the only one. And so I know we kind of touched on randomly we touched on Star Trek last week because of me. And so that sparked some creativity in me, like, hey, let's talk about Star Trek. And so that's what we'll be doing this week. So we have like a cute little trivia game that we're going to play. We got a couple of discussion topics to talk about on Star Trek. So if you are a Trekkie or a Star Trek fan, then you'll enjoy this. And if you're not, I am so sorry. Maybe next week you can come back and, you know, we'll be talking about something else. But yeah, so I wanted to just like have a discussion with y'all about Star Trek. So as a lot of us know, Star Trek has had many iterations, from like the original series from the
70s. Like 70s. The original Star Trek.
Yeah, to the Next Generation, to Voyager, to blah 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 blah, all the way up until what we have now, what, Picard and Strange New Worlds and Discovery. So yeah, every few years there seems to be like a new iteration of Star Trek. So yeah, I figured it would be good to like have a blurred black nerd conversation about Star Trek. Now I myself, I would not consider myself a Trekkie per se. I'm just a fan. But yeah, I figured it'd be fun just to kind of have a conversation. Yeah, hey Eldridge. So yeah, I guess we can dive right in. Well, I think we'll throw out a couple of trivia questions as we go through the conversation tonight. But I guess the first
Are you gonna keep score? Because you know I need. Oh shit! I need to win.
That's the devil right there. God says, "Shut up."
Yeah.
God says, "Shut up." Ain't no scorekeeping on tonight. This is a friendly game of trivia.
I don't like friendly games. Friendly games are for losers.
I will not be
of the loser.
In fact, why don't you keep score?
No.
Wow.
Okay then. Well, all right. All right. So first question: do y'all have a favorite iteration of Star Trek? Whether it's the Next Generation, Voyager, Deep Space Nine, whatever. Do y'all have a favorite iteration of the Star Trek series?
I think my favorite is Voyager. I think it's the one I watched the most. Yeah, I liked Voyager, and I liked Deep Space Nine too. It took me a minute to get into that one, but once I finally did, like, I watched it. I didn't like those reboots, those Enterprise ones. I'm like, ugh, bye.
Same. In fact, I think Brian said in the comments, I think I've seen them all except the old one and the one with Scott Bakula. The one with Scott Bakula was Star Trek Enterprise. That I didn't even watch it, but I feel like that was the worst one because, like, why? It just seemed like it was.
I hate prequels.
So I don't know. I've loved all of them. I'm very big on science fiction and technology, and those is kind of all this, check all my boxes. But I have to say, the original Star Trek is probably my favorite. Even though I love all the new iterations that are going on now, the original Star Trek with Captain Kirk and Spock and Uhura, that's just the original. I remember those as a kid growing up and watching them. And I think we've all watched them over and over and over again, and it never gets old. And just to look at the technology that they had in those shows, and to see the technology kind of spill out into real life, that's what really did it for me. Like the communicators, those were our flip phones back in the early 2000s. So yeah, I think the original one did it for me.
So yeah, I never really watched the original one. So I came in to The Next Generation because that was my generation. I mean, it was. I'm just saying. But I do remember whatever night it came on, whatever time it came on. I do remember being in front of the TV, watching The Next Generation. Now, is that my favorite one? I don't think so. I think Voyager is probably my favorite one as well, just like Rex. Because that's probably the one I know that's the one that I have rewatched the most.
Wasn't it on the longest?
Voyager?
It may have been.
Probably.
It did have several.
I don't know. The Next Generation was on for a long time.
I was gonna say The Next Generation was pretty long too.
That was the one with Data, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Reading Rainbow.
Reading Rainbow. Okay, speaking of Data, why don't we start with the first trivia question?
Okay.
So y'all got 15 seconds to answer the question. You cannot Google. Same goes for the people in the chat, the people watching. You got 15 seconds to answer before I give the answer because I got all the answers.
Okay.
Hey Daya, hey Hannah.
So yeah.
Is it up?
Is this it?
Oh, there we go. Yes. Data had a cat.
Right.
What What was the cat's name?
It was.
I don't remember
that already.
Oh my God. That is correct. Spot was the cat's name. And okay, bonus points if you remember what color the cat was.
Beige.
Was it beige?
It was like yeah, wasn't he beige?
Oh, you cheating? You got help?
Where?
It looked like he was talking to someone standing up.
Right, I thought he was talking to Brian.
No. I was just like thinking. I think it. I remember it being. I remember it being beige.
Was it white?
I think it was like orange. I think it was like a tabby.
Like an orange, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was a tabby.
I was visualizing the cat, asshole.
That is correct. So Spot was Data's cat's name.
I'll take my wins where I can get them.
Child, that's fine. Okay, next question. Girl. What is Lieutenant Uhura's first name?
I don't remember.
That's the black lady, right?
Correct. Yes.
Black lady.
Black Lady Uhura. Okay.
There you go.
Black Lady Uhura.
National treasure.
Stephanie.
No.
Deborah.
I don't know shit. How would we know her first name?
I don't remember.
Wig. That was her first name. Wig.
So I don't know if it was ever stated in the original series, but in I think the first Star Trek, not the first Star Trek movie, but like the reboot movie with Chris Pine, she does say her name in that movie. And it is Nyota. Nyota.
Oh,
Nyota Uhura. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, girl.
Read the next one because I don't know if I have it in order anymore.
Oh, at least let him get a point, Chad.
You're the one jumping in there.
Sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, okay. No, that was actually the next one. What was
Oh, that
Seven of Nine's name? Yeah, before she was assimilated by the Borg. Now, come on, you gotta know this, especially if you watched Picard recently.
Yeah, I know. They just said
Annika
the next
Hansen.
episode.
I already told you.
I was gonna say Rex just said it.
What did he say?
Say it again, Rex.
Hansen.
Annika Hansen.
Yeah. I'm not good with names. This is not my game.
Come on, Friday. You do better than that.
Okay, speaking of
You're supposed
Annika
to be
Hansen, though.
giving some competition tonight.
No, you're not getting it.
He said it's not on tonight.
Boo.
Child, shut up. I see your comment in the. You ain't even supposed to be in the chat. Anyway. All right. Speaking of Annika Hansen, do y'all have a favorite character? She's mine, and I'll explain later. But do y'all have a favorite character?
I want to know why we keep having the same answer.
What do you mean? Oh, okay. Why is that your answer though?
Seven. First of all, she talked hot shit. She was very confident. She had a mean ass bodysuit she used to rock.
All the reasons.
Her French roll was always full of pump it up.
Hello.
And she wore nice earrings. Well, I guess it was her implant, but it looked like an earring to me.
I was about to say, I do not recall earrings.
Plus, like, how cool is it to have like little computers in your blood that can fix shit?
Honestly.
See, all right, I'm gonna go somewhere totally different. For me, my favorite character was Jordy.
Okay.
Yeah, I love the visor. I love the fact that he was black. You know, and like you can kind of see yourself, and like he was just into the tech part of it. I just liked him.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think Jordy is a lot of people's favorite.
I liked him better on the book show.
Speaking of which, do you know
Rainbow?
He has a podcast where he reads stories. Did you know that?
I did not.
He does. He have it's called LeVar Burton Reads.
I would definitely go for that.
It's pretty good. But for similar reasons, as you, Rex, 7 of 9 or Annika Hansen is my favorite character too. Yeah, she is.
Yes.
A badass bitch. Like,
yes.
And there was actually, funny enough, there was actually a blog post that I started a draft on, but I never like wrote it out. There was an episode that I was rewatching of Voyager.
Mm-hmm.
I think she was talking to B'Elanna Torres, that character, and
B'Elanna Torres,
the engineer.
Oh, the half Klingon chick.
Yeah. And she was talking to her about her relationship with what's his face, and she said something that led me to think that 7 of 9 was polyamorous, and I was like,
okay, that went totally left.
She said something.
But I mean, if her existence is from that of having to live in a cooperative or a hive,
exactly,
then that makes sense.
Exactly, it made perfect sense. I can't remember the line, but she said something. I was like, so it made me kind of want to write about it, but I never did. But yeah, another reason why she's like my favorite character. Let me get back to my questions. I minimized that screen. Okay, so Chris, you already kind of mentioned this, but do you think Star Trek shows us kind of like what's possible like for the future? So
absolutely.
You already kind of mentioned how like we walk around with phones, and that's, to me, when I think about Star Trek, I think about how I feel like that show has informed our vision of the future. For instance, we walk around with phones, we walk around with iPads, and the tricorders and the things that they will walk around with, especially like on Next Generation. You can see how we kind of now live very similarly to that. I mean,
all of the science fiction in Star Trek has been somehow implanted in our everyday lives. So take even like modern cars now, how we have electric cars. They're not flying cars, but if you step inside of a modern electric vehicle, it's all touch and glass panels. Where a lot of on the Star Trek, it's the main deck, and then also the ships that they used to travel in had glass panels and dials. All those same type of look, the same type of interiors, with the type of furnishings that they the chairs they sat in. Like you said, the communicators, the tricorders, even like a lot of the medical devices. We use a lot of handheld devices that store a lot of information. You know, there's technologies out there now that we don't even see yet, where they can use a medical device handheld to scan a body and do all those type of things. So all those things that you see in Star Trek that are in science fiction become reality. And a lot of times the government implements it first before it goes mass consumption. But what I'm still waiting on, I want to be beamed up. What happened to my teleportation? I need to be able to go in my room with my bag and be like, all right, take me to Hawaii.
Oh my God.
I mean, honestly, that, yes. Give me
Did he say Hawaii?
That's what he said. Okay. He did say Hawaii. I mean, yeah, a transporter would be nice, honestly.
I would buy that in a heartbeat.
I mean, who knows? I'm sure that's probably in the future, way on down the line somewhere. But I agree. But you know, one thing specifically about Discovery, Star Trek Discovery, for me, is their means of traveling the universe, the mycelium network. I think that is first of all, I think it's a genius idea. But second of all, I think it is an incredible, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Analogy of psychedelic drugs. Because I'm like, now mind you, I've never taken shrooms, but I hear that, you know, what'd you say?
I said, you hear.
I hear that, you know, when you take shrooms, you can possibly, you know, go on a journey, and your brain starts to unlock, and you start to, you know, see and understand things. So I'm like, I feel like that is such an incredible analogy of they travel, they get about the universe, they get about the galaxy or whatever on this network, and you take shrooms and you're able to kind of like mentally travel the universe, or, you know, whatever, understand things more. I think that analogy, I will say, is just not lost on me. I would just say that. I just think it's brilliant, and I do think that it's a commentary on psychedelics and those types of substances. So I love it. I do. I love it for that reason. Let's do the next trivia question.
Okay. All right.
The original series gave us Captain Kirk and crew boldly going where no one had gone before. Who was the captain in the pilot episode of the original Star Trek series?
Oh, gosh.
I know Rex knows this.
I ain't that old, beach. I can't even. I'm trying to think about that. Like the first series.
Mm-hmm. The first series, the pilot episode. Who was the captain?
I don't. You did.
No, it wasn't Captain Kirk yet.
Nope.
No, I don't.
It was the old man with the. He had the slick back to the side. And he had the yellow shirt. I can't fuck.
He does have a yellow shirt.
I can't remember.
I didn't get one right yet.
Okay. Excuse me. Okay, here's a hint. He's a current character in a new series.
In a new Star Trek series?
Mm-hmm.
A current character in a...
And he was in one of the movies, the Star Trek movies with Chris Pine. He was a character in one of those. Huh?
Spock?
No.
No, he's a current. Spock's dead.
But he was in the new movie.
Well, he was. One of the more recent ones.
Yeah. I don't know.
Captain Pike.
Was he?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. And because he talked shit to Kirk at first, and he was like saying he was irresponsible, and like they had like an argument. I remember that.
Brian got it right. You should have asked him. He said, let me show it.
Brian
The
knows
captain
my
from
name.
Strange New Worlds. That's him, Captain Pike. That whole series, folk, he's the protagonist in that series.
Prequel,
yes. Which is okay. Can we just talk about Strange? Have y'all watched Strange New Worlds?
Yeah, I watched it.
I haven't seen the latest season.
So I just have one question. Why is everybody in Strange New World fine? Everybody is fine. Captain Pike is fine. The number one is fine. Spock is fine. Everybody is fine on that show. It was like that was the requirement for casting. Was like, how fine are you?
No, I did see that. I thought you said something else. Yeah, I did see that. No,
what is the actor's name? Do you remember the actor's name?
Well, they're younger characters.
No, I mean, what was Pike's name? What's his real name?
Oh, in the current series?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I have to Google. I know Rebecca Romaine is his number one, but I don't know his name. I can Google real quick though, if you're curious.
I do. I want to know.
Captain Pike, Strange New Worlds. Let's see. He's played by Anson Mount.
Is that the original Captain Pike?
No, that's the new one. The original.
Listen, I be wanting to know because somebody might ask me this next week.
Wait.
I'm strangely relaxed and enjoying this game. I like games.
You are.
Jeffrey Hunter.
He has stored that in his memory bank, and it will be used again.
Did you see it? Did you see it?
Yeah. He's gonna intentionally bring that up in some type of conversation. I don't know how he's gonna work it in there, but he's gonna find a way.
He will.
You're absolutely correct.
Yeah. Jeffrey Hunter. That is. Oh, wait a minute. I may be wrong. Hold on.
Don't give him misinformation.
Okay, I'm gonna have to fact check this girl.
No, that's right. Jeffrey Hunter. Yep. Captain Pike, as played by Jeffrey Hunter in the original pilot, The Cage. That was.
I'm sure he's quite dehydrated by now.
Oh, he is. Let's see if he's still alive.
You are slowing the game down, madam.
Yeah.
You the one asked. You the one.
I have my answer.
Damn. Okay, fine. All right, next question. Next trivia question. Which Star Trek captain suffers from androgenic alopecia? I actually did not know this one, and I was
Stewart.
Character.
Oh, Picard.
That is correct. Yes. I didn't know that though. I just thought he was just bald. I didn't know he suffered. You know what? I'm finna boot you. I'm finna boot you out.
He's having too much fun.
I swear. But that is correct. Yeah. Picard. He suffers from alopecia, which I did not know that. I wonder like when that was. In what episode was that?
At the beginning of the Next Generation.
I just thought he was always bald. I didn't know he had a condition.
No, because he had the little cul-de-sac stubble around the perimeter.
The cul-de-sac stubble. He did. That's true. I just thought as he got older, he kept losing hair as it happens. Yeah.
I'm sure y'all are familiar.
Shut up. All right, so last discussion question, and then we can do more trivia. Or another trivia question. Who is the youngest captain in Starfleet history? Y'all should know this one. Captain.
The one that Chris Pike played?
No. Wait, who?
Hold on, before I say that.
Okay.
Let me think about this.
Did this captain have a show, or do we just know they were captain?
Yes and yes.
Oh.
Okay, I'm thinking of all the captains, and none of them wasn't young. I guess Captain Kirk would have been the youngest one then.
I don't think so.
He was pretty young when he became captain. The rest of them was old.
No, the one that from the movies. Chris. Oh gosh, what's his name? Chris.
You talking about Chris Pine?
Yeah, Chris Pine.
His
Was
character?
Yeah, was he the youngest?
But who was his character though? Who
I
was
don't
he
know the name
playing?
of the character.
He was Kirk.
No. Was he? No, he's not Kirk. That's who it was, though. He was the youngest one. Because I remember them making mention of it that he was the youngest Starfleet captain.
Okay. Is that both y'all?
I get a half a point for that one.
Is that both y'all's final answer?
That's my final answer.
Y'all both are right.
Yeah,
I knew I was.
It was.
Right.
I remember. What was his character's name again?
Captain Kirk.
Oh, he was Kirk. Okay, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I remember them because they made mention of it in the movie.
Yeah. He plays like a young Kirk.
Girl.
Yeah.
All right. Next question.
Sure. Which character has appeared in more episodes than any other in all of Trek history? And I found this one really interesting.
I was going to say Spock, but I'm not sure.
You would think, but it's not him.
You said showed up in more episodes
in all of Trek history.
Oh no! Oh gosh, the old guy that used to work in engineering. What was his name again?
I would say Geordi, because he was on like every series almost.
You think?
He had guest appearances on lots of like, you know what I mean, like on different. Like when he was in all the movies.
All right, our 15 seconds is up. Who?
True. Worf.
Oh, and he's in the new series now too.
He is. He's in Picard. Yeah. I didn't know that. When I saw this, I was like, really?
I wouldn't have thought that though.
Me neither, but
he started out in Voyager, right?
No, he started out in The Next Generation.
No, Next Generation. Right.
Yeah. I cannot with him in these sound effects. Oh my God. Yes, it's Worf. I am pleasantly surprised to see him in this new series. And he looks good. He looks good in this new series.
He does look good for his age. And they had him on, they were on The View a couple weeks ago before the start of this new season.
Okay, but tell me you were not surprised, or was I the only one that was surprised at how much he actually looks like that thing without the makeup?
Well, the prosthetics are made for him, you know.
Yeah, and man, I mean, I think the prosthetic. Honestly, the only modification is probably just that. Well, and the hair. Everything else is just probably him with a little bit of matte on. So
I hope his teeth not pointy like that for real.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the teeth. Yeah. I don't know how many times I've seen him with just as himself, honestly. Yeah, he's the one that's been on.
I can believe it.
Yeah. Next question.
I'm living for these questions though, like because I don't know answers, and that's really getting away with me.
Which The Next Generation actor was so convinced the show would fail that they never bothered to unpack their bags for over a month? The Next Generation.
And it's so funny. This question actually came up on a TV show recently. Was it Picard?
I guess it would only matter if it was the captain, so I would go with Picard on that.
Yeah, I think it was Picard.
Okay. Good guess. It was, Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, he actually commented and said that he never thought it would get past one season.
Isn't that crazy? And he's like the most. Where did you get this?
Why? Like a bunch of high school cheerleaders.
Where did you? Are you just on YouTube just finding shit?
No.
Are you just on YouTube finding cheerleader and game sounds?
I have my own squad. Thank you.
I see. Yeah, that's really surprising considering he's probably like one of the most popular characters from the show, and he thought it would fail.
Well, I just guessed that that's the only reason that would be in trivia.
Yeah.
Well, I remember that. Plus, the other thing too is he didn't even want to do it originally because you remember he's a trained theater actor.
Yeah.
And he never really even saw it getting past one season.
Mm.
And look at him now with spinoff.
Look at him now.
Yeah,
made his whole life.
That's what
Star
he's
Trek.
known for.
His whole life made off Star Trek.
Yep.
He made some good movies though. He has some really good movies.
Yeah.
What movies has?
He made this movie about like he was like was he a police Brian? Was he a police officer? Brian, was Patrick Stewart a police officer in that movie?
He has to put it in the comment section.
What movie? Put it in the comments. What movie he watched?
There you go. And I'll show
our one dedicated audience member.
Okay.
What did you say, B?
I don't know if I've
well,
seen.
let's get the next question.
Yeah, that's right. He was Captain Charles Xavier, X-Men.
That's I know.
No, he made this other movie too. Like he was like some kind of murderer or something. He made a lot of movies for the BBC. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's why I haven't seen. All right. Next question: which character was adopted by the Vulcan ambassador Sarek or Sarek?
Oh, Michael.
That is correct, Michael Burnham. Do we know why her name is Michael? Is that ever explained? Did I miss that in like the first season or something?
I don't remember.
I was always curious, like, why is her name Michael? So Michael Burnham is the captain. She's captain, right? Well, she goes back and forth. But let's just say she's the protagonist of Star Trek Discovery. And she's the first black woman captain in the Star Trek series, the whole Star Trek universe.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I really enjoy Discovery. I do. It's almost my favorite. It's a close second to Voyager. Well,
also, I think that series is the first one where you have. Well, is it the first one where you have gay characters?
I don't know if it's the first one, but it's
in the series, not necessarily the movie, but the series. I think
probably. Yeah, you have gay characters, you have non-binary characters. That's what I really like about Discovery is that it has more diversity. I feel like than probably any other iteration. You have a gay couple, you have non-binary people. I feel like you have more black actors on that show than anybody, or than any other iteration. Yeah, I really do enjoy.
So that means the Republicans don't like this.
Child, they don't.
Anyway,
I'm sure they don't.
We're not going there.
I'm sure they don't. You know what? Fun. Since you brought that up.
Oh no, I didn't mean to go there.
No, it's fine. So there was this person that I knew that I stopped actually being acquainted with because of his views, and I learned his views kind of as we got to know each other. But one of his views was about Star Trek Discovery and how he was like, well, I don't quite understand why like we need like a Michael Burnham character. I don't understand why like the Booker character, why is he, is so and so, and why he's like this and blah blah blah. I'm like, and this was a black man, mind you. I'm like, I see.
You don't understand why we need what?
He didn't understand why we needed a black woman protagonist.
Okay, I guess a better question is why would it? Like, why is that a problem?
Correct, exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. And I was like, so we've had a bunch of male protagonists, we've had a bunch of male captains, we have had a bunch of white male captains. So he had a lot of off views, including his own sexuality. Like he would go back and forth between, he didn't know if he was gay, bisexual, straight. He was very caught up in his own religion. He was like, my religion don't allow me to be gay, blah, blah. So he had his own like issues.
Was he like super young or something?
We were about the same age. We were about the same age. I just think he was very misguided.
So let's just say y'all are not friends no more.
We were not. I ended that friendship because I just think.
Was he just getting on your nerves?
He was very much getting on my nerves. And honestly, one of the things I told him before, like at our last like outing was, I think there's an issue of like self-love,
self-hate.
self-hate. Yeah, and I was like, yeah, because I didn't like. He would always hit me up to hang out. I would never hit him up. He's like, hey, you want to go grab a drink or something? And so the last time we met, I was like, so yeah, why is it that you want to continue to hang out with me? I'm just curious.
Me too.
What vibe? Shut up. What vibe am I giving off that makes you think that like we are kind of on the same page? He was odd. But anyway, yeah. So Discovery, awesome show, very good show. Do we have any more? Okay, cool. What is Captain Kirk's middle name? Y'all gotta know this.
James T. Kirk.
What does the T stand for?
Thomas Jefferson.
Any guesses, Chris?
Yeah, what he said.
Oh my God. It is James Tiberius.
Oh yeah, Tiberius.
Yeah. James Tiberius Kirk.
I say names. I'm good with a face though. I'm hating him now.
Oh my God. Do we have any more questions?
I think we gave him the wrong job.
Clear. We didn't even give him this job. This is something he did on his own.
This is the last one.
Okay.
Which I think we kind of already talked about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, but I would like to know why you have a favorite version of Star Trek. Like, what is it about that series that makes it better than the other ones? And if you had to rank the series from 1 to 4, just pick your top 4.
Oh. Okay, so to answer the first question first, you said why? Wait, what?
Yeah.
What was the first?
What makes your favorite franchise your favorite? Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, my favorite once again is Voyager, and I think it. Oh, why is it? One, because Captain Janeway. I love Captain Janeway. I love her. I love any woman with a deep, raspy voice.
She was awful on the episode of Designing Women.
Her hair.
Her hair was, yeah.
That bob was not bobbing.
I liked her hair.
It was giving Carrie.
She was the first. Wiry. So she was the first woman captain.
Yeah.
With the series. I liked it for that reason. I liked a lot of the characters. I liked Kess. I liked Species, whatever.
I hated her. That whisper drove me fucking insane.
I liked Kess.
I think we're gonna need to grow our own food. I can feel the people on the planet.
I liked her, and I liked when she came.
Girl, get out of here with that Peter Pan ass pizza haircut. No, ma'am. Goodbye.
Anyway, so Voyager gave us 7 of 9. It took a deeper dive into the Borg. The adventures, the mishaps were like really fun. I like the shit. For all those reasons, yeah, I liked it.
We did have one more question, by the way.
Oh, we do? Okay.
Yeah, this was the last one. Sorry, I missed it.
Which Star Trek series has a female chief engineer?
Don't remember.
Nope.
What you mean? No. Voyager had a chief engineer. Torres was on Voyager.
That is correct. B'Elanna Torres. Yep, she was a female chief engineer.
Obviously, I'm not a Trekkie, and Rex, you are.
Clearly.
Okay, so Rex, answer your own question. Not a laugh track.
You should record that.
I was gonna say, let's use that regularly. Rex, answer your own question. Why was Voyager your favorite?
I think Voyager was my favorite because I think it wasn't the first version of Star Trek that I saw, but it was the first time that I made the conscious decision to like really get into the story. And I also felt like I think it came out at the right time for me because I felt like I was like, if this was real, I could totally be one of these people.
You could be serving on the ship?
Yeah. and then I could just like beam my belly into space.
I don't think it works that way.
I don't think so either.
Hey man, look, everybody on there wore a bodysuit, bitch. Okay. I was like, if they put me on the show, they're gonna have to do something about this, girl.
Oh my god.
It's only
Chris, why was the original your favorite?
The original for me, it was just the possibilities. Like I remember I think I started watching in the early 80s. That's when I remember it. And just seeing people go to outer space and seeing a black person on TV, seeing Spock with the pointed ears. I remember like when I was growing up, like my ears were a little pointy. You grow into your body as you get older. Like I kind of saw myself in that, and like I think that's where my fascination of technology came from. And I just loved it.
I think so. I think same for me.
I think we all have some sort of, well, I don't know about TJ. I think TJ likes technology in his own way.
I do. I love technology when it works and when it's easy to understand. Yeah. Now your second question was to rank.
Yes, I'm ready for the ranking. I love a ranking.
All right. So my number one. You said top what, 4?
Yeah.
Okay. So my number 1 obviously is Voyager. Next, under that would be Discovery.
Okay.
Under that would be Picard. And then finally The Next Generation.
Okay. I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I was gonna put Strange New Worlds as 4th, but it's too new for me to even put it as the top 4. And
I don't feel like it can rank if you haven't watched the series more than once, like episodes of it more than once. I don't think you can go on your favorites list.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I can tell you what wouldn't make my list ever. Deep Space Nine. I did not care for
Deep Space Nine. Was really good.
I didn't care for it. Oh,
it was a different take on the series altogether.
It wasn't. I didn't care for it. I was just like, eh. I mean, I don't know if I watched.
I feel like that little boy. That little boy is getting my fucking nerves.
Who?
The little Captain Sisko's little boy.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, you know what? Send him back to like a kiddie penal colony.
Not a kiddie penal colony. Yeah. So interestingly enough, have y'all seen like the latest episodes? Well, I don't want to spoil anything for anybody that may be watching it in the
news. We talking Picard.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah, it's too soon. It's too early.
Yeah, there's a resurgence of a species that we have not seen in a while. That's all I'll say.
Oh, the board?
No. Well, that was last season. That was last season. In this season.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. But yeah, so those would be my 4. Chris, what's yours?
So of course, Star Trek is number 1, the original.
Mm-hmm.
Then I think Next Generation, Voyager, and I have to say, even though the series isn't over, I just love Picard, the new series. Like there's just something about it that I've always, and I love him as captain. And this everyone around it. And I love that they're bringing back all the old characters. Like they brought back Whoopi's character. Seven is back. Just all of them.
Yeah.
Worf is back. There's just something about the chemistry of all those characters that I've always loved. So what
was your second one? I was coughing.
I said Star Trek, the original, Next Generation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, then Voyager, then Picard.
Okay. Rex?
I have to say, I actually think Discovery is my favorite.
Okay.
And then Voyager, and then Next Generation, and then the original.
And the original.
Just love me a Captain Kirk. The original.
The original. I don't like Captain Kirk, but yeah, he was short.
That's fair. That's fair. Nobody said Enterprise, so I mean,
Enterprise was good
I'm
too.
not.
No, it wasn't.
I liked it. I liked all of them. There was something from all of them. All right, we need to take that away from him.
What was so good about? You know what? We're not even gonna talk about Enterprise. It was so strange. It was weird.
You know what? I think I'm gonna watch some of the movies this weekend. Brian said he loves all the new movies. I think I'm gonna go back and watch them.
I do too. The new one,
very entertaining. You gotta watch it on the big screen.
That last one though, was a bit strange. I was like, that's probably the one I've watched the least.
Which one?
The last Star Trek movie, I think, is that the one where Khan? There's
he comes back. Yeah, I think it was the last one. Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, that one I was like,
Wait, are you talking about like the original series or like the new versions?
The reboot, the new versions with Chris Pine and Zoe Saldana, and yeah.
You know, I couldn't really get into those. There was something about those eyebrows. I just could not get into it.
Whose eyebrows?
The fake Kirk.
Oh, okay. I like them. I think I have like 2 of them on DVD.
You got 2 eyebrows?
Oh my God.
The movies.
Oh.
Anyway, yes. Brian says yes, with Benedict Cumberbatch, which that's a name. That's quite a name. Anyway, okay, that's all the questions. Did y'all have anything else to talk about?
No, but I loved this, but we have to play a game doing something else. But I love playing games, and like
clearly,
I am always gonna win.
Oh my God.
You know what? It's on next time.
And I'm always gonna have the girls.
I'm gonna remove you. Oh my God. Anyway.
Yes, please stop.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Too much fun.
Anyway. So unless y'all have anything else to say, that's going to wrap up this episode of the conference call.
Is that what happened?
That's what happened. I mean, do you have anything else? You have something else? No. All right. We got to say where to find us.
You can find me on constantly _changing for me on all my social medias.
Rex.
At Rags and Pieces Mag on Instagram.
And me, Bizarre Hodgepodge, on Instagram, YouTube, BZARHODG. Deuces, y'all. Bye. Thanks for watching.
Fumble a bag. Now I when I fumble a bag. Act like you know how this goes.
Hey!